sportininkai, sveikiname su jumis iš Ignalinos, kur realiai vakar prasidėjo Europos orientavimosi sporto kalnų dviračiais Europos čempionatas. Tačiau elitiniai sportininkai startuos šiandien. Aš, žurnalistas Saulenis Pociūnas ir daugkartinė Lietuvos orientavimosi sporto čempionė. Ko gero taip reikėtų sakyti, Vaida Rynartaitė šalia manęs. Labas, Vaida.
Labadiena. Truputį suklydote, esu tik vieną kartą Lietuvos čempionė.
Bet tai dar nevėlu.
Taip, žinoma.
Ką mes šiandien matysime? Šiandien mūsų laukia, ko gero, azartiškiausia, greičiausia, dinamiškiausia iš orientavimosi sporto distancijų rungčių. Tai bus sprintas, tai bus ta rungtis, kurioje mes matysime ir turim pagrįstų vilčių, kad lietuviai irgi galbūt kops ant garbės pakilos, pagrįstų vilčių tikrai yra. Tačiau apie visą tai po trumputės reklaminės pertraukėlės pasižiūrėkite, kas prisidėjo, kad šitos varžybos atkeliautų į Ignaliną. Taigi, sveiki sugrįžę į Ignaliną, mes matėme Lietuvos žiemos sporto centrą kadre, ten veiksmas persikels šeštadienį ir sekmadienį. Europos čempionatas prasidėjo vakar varžėsi dvi jaunesnio amžiaus atletų grupės, šiandien prie jų prisijungė elitas, šiandien sprinto distancija, rytoj pati ilgiausia, daugiausiai ištvermės reikalaujantį, na ir labai dinamiškos, labai nenuspėjimos estafečių, mišrių estafečių varžybos sekmadienį, vėlgi jau ten, kur žiemą karaliauja žiemos sporto entuziastai, o kol kas visą šią savaitę Ignalina ir jos apylinkės priklauso orientavimosi sporto gerbėjams, kurie čia atvyko praktiškai iš beveik visų Europos valstybių, nors tai yra ir pasaulio taurės pirmasis etapas, bet kitų žemynų atstovų, man regis,
čia nėra.
Gal tai bus lengviau lietuviam? Namų sienos, namų miškai gali padėti?
Namų miškai žinoma padės, mes to tikimės labai, vis dėlto vietovės yra, sakykime taip, gyvenime važiuotos ir būta jose.
Net jeigu pagal varžybų reglamentą tu turi draudžiamas trasas, draudžiamas teritorijas, kuriuose...
Paskutinius 2 metus šitose teritorijose dalyviai negalėjo būti. Tokios yra taisyklės.
Čia žiūrime, matome, kas vyko vakar.
Who was last year silver medalist and this year bronze medalist. So that was in Palusha area, middle distance took place. You can see some supporters There was 15 countries competing in these 4 groups. What a beautiful lake, plenty of lakes in this region in Ignalina. But you can see now the speaker, Ivars Bacis from Latvia, and soon we will hear the plan course setter, also Latvian, that is Mārtiņš Lasmanis. But today already from 10 o'clock started the youth and juniors early numbers, and we will have a main attention to the elite group. Elite group will start around 10:30. Just a few minutes remaining for the start for the elite group. They will start for the first time campaign at this European Championships. Last year was no sprint distance in the European Championships for the elite group, only middle and long distance individual races. This year the sprint and long distance. As you can see, 2 Finnish athletes starting together. They are starting to 1 minute, but at the same moment you can see starting 2 athletes together. Contrary to the foot orienteering, when the European Youth and Junior Championships, then the 4 athletes start at the same time. So the shortest event from all the disciplines, the sprint, and expecting winning times. You will see later. So today is 14 degrees, temperature, humidity is 79%, just a very small wind. So yesterday was also very, not cold, but not so warm in the early hours of the morning. But later during the competition day, it became warmer and warmer. So that was more than 10 degrees plus. So very good conditions for competitors. Now we can see 2 Latvians reaching their maps, and they will start their competition. So we are now on the junior and youth category. One is Anja Åsane on the right side from you. So we can see on the left side the course length for the elite woman, 8.5 kilometers for and the 26 control points, total climb 140 meters. So estimating winning time between 24 to 27 minutes. Tereza Kadlecova was on the screen for you. Now the French athlete. So the start is at the square of Ignalina, near to the municipality house, where is sitting Justas Rasikas, the mayor of Ignalina city, who spoke yesterday at the opening ceremony. So opening ceremony was very nice, including a spectacular extreme bike show from the Latvian cyclist green trial. So the Germany and Czech Republic are getting ready here in the younger groups. Meanwhile, on the left screen, you can see the length of the men's elite group, 9.5 kilometers, the longest distance from all the groups, of course, for the elite men. And then 32 control points. Total climb for only group exceeds 210 meters. And here you can see Estonians and Finns on the screen. Estonia won 1 medal, Finland yesterday won 4 medals. Impressive start for the Finnish team. Actually 6 countries yesterday earned at least 1 medal, but 4 countries was winning the gold. Maybe today some other country will be added to the gold medal winner list. But now the interview.
The biggest challenge actually is to switch the speed from very fast to slow enough to think about where you are riding.
The whole night there was pouring rain. It's also be a challenge because the slippery roads are sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit, but not such significant changes in the forest. Yes, the footbridges are much more slippery, so don't ride too aggressive, and easy braking actually at the end of major footbridge.
part of the city and some forest. What will be the key to success?
As I said, fast riding and slow down where it's necessary. And if you do it, then it's possible to make clear race and you can win.
Thank you.
So that was Martiņš Lasmanis, the course setter from Latvia. He was interviewed by Lithuanian Patricia, who was also former MTB orienteer herself, now works for the TV. Now we can see the course. On both sides of this Paplovinis lake. Mekškinis lake also on the right side, so very lakey area. Not only Finland has plenty of lakes, also Ignalina region in Lithuania, like Latgale in Latvia.
Also, we have a first finisher. Ignalina also for Finland, 23 minutes 15 seconds.
So the men will spend around 20 25 minutes. So yesterday in the middle distance, the fastest times were in the men 17 and the women 17, half hour or 30 minutes. So the sprint, of course, is shorter distance. That's a course map for the sprint men. A beautiful region you can see. For the men and for the women elite, it will be like 2 laps. But the start and the finish will be in the same place, city center square. So the start line and finish line separated by some 25-30 meters only. So we have a few minutes remaining to the start for the lead group. Meanwhile, competing the youths and juniors. So from the early starters, Evert Kenten Mies is the leader in men's 17 group. For the women's 17, fastest Eva Graude from Latvia. Women junior, Hanna Ring from Sweden is a current leader from the early starters. And the junior men is led by Timothy Blanc from France, yesterday silver medalist in the middle distance. Now we can see the sprint course map for the women. So the first part also going through not only urban area, it's a mix, examining different skills of the athletes in MTB orienteering. So the ladies will have 6 control points less than the men, 26. So some parts could be a little bit tricky. Now we can see the finish corridor, and on the screen the start list. Lauri Malsros from Estonia will start first. He's several times been among top 3 at the World Championships. And starting from 63 to the 1, so the lower numbers will start later. But maybe some athletes hasn't competed recently, so the achievements were several years ago, but they will start first. Estonia has had Erm, who won the sprint in 2013 at the World Championships. And that year, Lauri Malsros was a silver medalist. So Estonia took double victory. With a famous Czech, Krzysztof Bogar, finishing in the bronze medal position. Bogart won himself the World Championships in sprint last year. So he's a current world sprint champion in MTB orienteering. But Estonian Malsros will start first. Now we'll see. Also Linus Mari, another Estonian. Estonia will start first also for the women's side. And you can see also one and only competitor from Ukraine, Kristina Strizhak. Martina Tichowska from Czech Republic, 111, also world champion. Gabriela Andreshuniene, Lithuanian hope, also medalist at the World Championships, but she has returned back for giving the birth for his child, and maybe probably not in the best form of her life at the moment. And we can see Estonian Lauri Malsros. He's doing also ski orienteering, foot orienteering. Last year, the European Championships, he was 16th in the middle, and almost the same result he produced in the middle distance, finishing 17. Estonian hope. Estonia won the medal yesterday in the under-17 group. That was Timo Kudre. He finished 8 seconds in front of Rasmus Huhtamäki, the Finn, and felt after the finish, trying to put on the brakes and not to run into the cameraman. But it was okay with Estonia. Now Lauri Malsros. Besides this silver in 2013, he won the bronze in 2015 in sprint event, and also in 2017 he was on the podium with bronze medal. So several times Malsros on the podium. Let's see how he will manage to do today in Lithuania. So the Spanish athletes are next, but they are in the junior category. Here we can see bib number 61, João Ferreira, the Portuguese. Portugal organized the European Championships last year. And now the turn for Lithuania to host. It's second time in history Lithuania hosting MTB Orienteering Championships and this axionometering European Championships. After 14 years, 2008 was first time Lithuania hosted European Championships, and between those years in 2016 in Kaunas region, it was the World Cup, and then 2017 Lithuania hosted the World Championships, and now also once again, last year in capital Vilnius, a near suburb, was the European Youth Foot Orienteering Championship, so Lithuania quite often hosting high-level competitions in orienteering in different disciplines. So we can follow a little bit in a wood area to some competitors. Meanwhile, as I said, Evert Kentaniemi from Finland, still the leader in the youth under-17 group. Eva Grauda still holds the leading position, 3 seconds in front of Latvian, in front of Finnish Kaisla Hakkinen. Kaisla was among the top 6 in the early part yesterday in the middle distance, but later she was moved outside the top 6. Yes, she has no father, is not the famous Mika Hakkinen, the Formula 1 driver. So Hakkinen, quite a popular last name in Finland. Timothy Blau from France leading the men junior category. Filip Jankowski from Poland, 19th yesterday, on the left on the screen.
first leaderboard team from France. What an exciting race is an event 20.
And Enola Bardin from France in front of you, the French lady in women's 17 group. She was yesterday in the 19th place as well. And last year she finished quite high in the European Youth Orienteering in a sprint event. She was in top 6 with a 5th result. João Ferreira, the Portuguese, the 3rd starter in the lead group for the men. He's the only Portuguese athlete in the lead group, born in 1989. Competing also in foot orienteering, last year was around the top of 30, 27th in the middle and 33rd in the long distance. His best result a few years ago in the World Championships in the Mustard, where the Portuguese finished in very high 4th place. 3 years ago he was 22nd in the middle and just 40th place at the World Championships in Lithuania for him in a sprint event. The Portuguese started. He's a physiologist and coaching athletes. He likes outdoor sports, music and movies. Noah Henseler, Swiss, on your screen. Yesterday was in award ceremony because he earned 6th place in the middle distance. That was his 2nd time in the major appearances. Last year he won the gold with his teammates in the relay, was 6th in a sprint and 30th and 34 in the middle and longer distance. So his last year strongest point was sprint, but yesterday he in the middle was already 6th, so maybe very good result. Podium place Swiss will try to produce today. 260, that's Latvian athlete who reached the finish. Anette Atsteņa, the Latvian junior. Best yesterday was 12th for the woman. And now we can see Estonian Sander Pritsik on your screen, bib number 16. Estonia represented by several athletes. He's 21 years of age. Last year he competed in the junior category and was 12th in a sprint, 14th in the middle and 21st in the long distance. Top 30 finisher in the World Junior Championships. Competing also in ski orienteering as well in foot orienteering competitions. Michal Towarek from Poland went very good in the early parts, then made a mistake in the middle part of the pole.
Only probably the best, yes, the best third time here at the finish. Belongs for Lithuania.
So they are waiting for the start.
We are waiting for the 4 athletes here at the finish.
Simona Skela, Lithuanian on the left, 326. Yesterday 12th in the middle distance, Lithuanian.
Number 17,
Jade Bossier, the French woman, women's 17 group, on the right side of the screen. Second time in the European Championship from the French athlete in under 17 group. Last year she was 27th in the sprint, but won the bronze medal with her teammates in the relay. Some athletes discussing what they experienced during the course. One of them was a 203, and that was Austrian Benjamin Gaudernack.
we cheer the first place, the current first place now.
who is now 20, and last year in junior category, last year he was 14th and 26, accordingly in the sprint and the long distance.
Today we have very similar podium on women 20.
But now 59 on the screen in the lead group, that's Martin Kanta, the Czech Republic. Czech Republic, one of the largest numbers of athletes. Martin Kanta, born in 1997. And Jan Železný, the javelin thrower, was the best in the world, set the world record. 98.48, that was in javelin throw, but Martin Kanta, now 25 years of age, finished 17th in the middle and 40th place in the long distance last year. He is a medalist in the World Junior Championships, 2 silvers and 1 bronze. Now we can see some Lithuanian local crying, so some expectations quite high from the local athletes.
We will know. Her time also Ignalina from Austria. She is fighting maybe.
Fernandez, Joan Pedro from Spain on the left. And 366, that's Latvian Ramona Poreitere. She was best Latvian yesterday in the women's 17 group with a 10th place, squeezing among top 10. That was best result for all Latvians. And Lauri Malsrus, multiple medalist at the World Championships. He's setting early best times. And let's see how many athletes will be capable of beating Estonian time. So Malsrus, the only one at the first controls, radio controls. A Czech athlete. But we will have exciting race, and we will have to wait until the last starters will reach the finish, and only then we will know the results. At the moment, it's nobody to compare with Lauri Malsrus. A little later, we will know. It is 2 minutes difference. Because starts elite, then 1 minute later youth and junior, and then again 1 minute later another elite. So between elite athletes, 2 minutes start interval. Meanwhile, Lukas Wieser from Austria has taken the lead in the junior class. 3 seconds in front of Timothy Bloh. Yesterday, Timothy Bloh lost 2 seconds to the winner, Hannes Hnilice, and now he's losing 3 seconds at the moment, but still plenty of athletes to come. Lukas Wieser, top 30 at the World Junior Championships, and last year he was a 6th in the middle and 4th in the long distance. Sprint finish for him was in the 20th place. So the last year for him, Lukas Wieser, in the youth category. It's the first year for him, in the junior category. Last year was it's time for him in the youth. And 57 on the left on your screen. That's Jonas Vytautas Gvildis, Lithuanian. We have usually seen him in a foot orienteering. He's very good in the European and World Championships, among top 10 and even top 6 finisher, Jonas Vytautas Gvildis. But now, maybe some small injury, and Lithuanian has turned to the mountain bike. And then we will see him again in foot orienteering. Let's see how Jonas Vytautas Gvildis will manage here.
The fifth position from Finland, so the same fifth position for Silja.
He's born in 1988, the same year as Vida Venciene, the famous Lithuanian cross-country skier, won the gold and bronze medal in cross-country skiing in Calgary Olympic Games.
for two Finnish girls and for Italy. So Finland.
But Egildes didn't went to cross-country skiing, but to orienteering. There was Mount Astrolia, Modestas Vaitchulis, good skiers later, and without Astrolia as well, but then he switched to the biathlon and now won the 4th place at the World Cup.
In the third position, Nedorella Lucia from Czech Republic, also in the third position, Hakkinen from Finland.
Timo Kudre on the left side, yesterday's bronze medalist in the men's 16 group, Estonia, won the medal already on the first day.
Maybe we'll have to take another champagne bottle during the prize game ceremony, we will see.
And now bib number 56 on the left of your screen.
So congratulations for these girls.
That's a Georg Koffler. Sounds a little bit like ski jumper, but Austria has plenty of good ski jumpers. And this is mountain bike orienteer athlete from Austria. 21 years of age last year. He was 11th in the sprint, 10th in the middle distance, and best individual result came for Austrian in the long distance, where he finished among top 6 in the 5th place. And with the teammates in the relay, Koffler earned the 4th place. He has been 3 times in the top 10 at the World Junior Championships. Paulus Hahinjärvi from Finland starting together with this Austrian. Now Lithuanian local, 325. That's Arnas Sausaitis. Yesterday 17th in the middle distance. Now the French team looks like preparing for the Tour de France, but now Giro d'Italia will finish this week, and then a few weeks, and then Tour de France will start. Nobody to start together with Sausaitis. Last year he was only 35th in the middle distance. This year, as I said, 2 times higher in the 17th place, and born in 2007. The only option to cross this lake if you don't want to go around. Lauri Malsros from Estonia. He still holds the lead. Now 15:19 is the second split, but he had the best time. But very close to him is Allan Jensen from Denmark. He started with bib number 62. We didn't see him. He's born in 1981. The Dane was top 10 finisher 13 years ago at the European Championships. And bib number 55, Noah Rieder, Switzerland. Switzerland, very good. Schutter is their star in the MTB cross Olympic discipline. But Simon Brendley, the MTB orienteerist, and also the veteran and the legend Christine Schaffner on the women's side. But Noah Rieder, first year for the elite group. He's current bronze medalist in the junior class from last year. He has won the relay gold last year in the European Championships for the junior category, and he won also the bronze medal at the World, not only at the European but also at the World Junior Championships in the sprint event. So he likes third places. But now Jegi Ursina, Swiss lady in the lead group. She is born in 1988 and won middle distance 10 years ago at the World Championships. And she silver medalist at the European Championships 9 years ago. Artūrs Brēmanis, Latvian, is seen on the screen, 321. Yesterday he was 29th from 30, more than 30 athletes in the middle distance.
In the middle distance.
Only 16 years of age, under 17 group, of course, his. Let's see for the... That's another Latvian on the screen. And here we can see 54. It's Martin Illig, Austria. Fourth in the relay last year. In the junior category, 15th in the sprint, 15th in the middle, and 13th. The best result came for Austrian in long distance. And Allan Jensen, we can see on the screen, bib number 62. Denmark has another strong athlete. But that was on the ladies' side. Camilla Sørgaard it is, the current sprint champion. But now, Dane Allan Jensen losing to Estonian last split time. Was only 1 second behind, now it's more than minute and 11 seconds. 15th place winner
Žymimas
in
horizontalėmis.
the middle distance.
Ne, viskas yra žinoma. Tiesiog kaip tu tai interpretuoji. Matai, kad tai kils, jeigu važiuosiu šito keliuku, tai turėsiu kilti, jeigu važiuosiu šito keliuku, tai turėsiu leistis.
And Nadia Larsson, he started together, the Swede, one of the Swedish hope in the women's elite group.
Sujungti visų dalyvių.
Nadia Larsson, born 1985, and Gunde Svan and Thomas Wasberg dominated the men's cross-country skiing. And here she is a bronze medalist in the sprint from 2019 and has been top 3 finisher in the World Cup races. And time for Poland, bib number 53. That's Bartosz Niebelski.
Geresnių rezultatų tikisi
One of the
sprinte ir mano, kad miesto
Polish in
dalyje
elite
būtų
group, but
geriausias.
one of the 2 Poles on the men's
Tačiau miesto
side.
jam čia
Bartosz
mažai
Niebelski is
kils,
current
teks važiuoti daugiau miške.
champion in the junior class. For Bartosz, it's the first year in the elite group. He was 6th in the sprint, silver medalist in the long distance, and he's bronze medalist at the World Junior Championships in the middle distance last year.
Ji yra, su orientuojantis slidėmis yra labai didelė, o yra dalyvavusi pasaulio čempionate, tačiau tai buvo prieš 8 metus. Pasaulio čempionate
representing
tai buvo prieš 8 metus.
Estonia, very good on the
Manau, kad
skis.
gali parodyti gana neblogą rezultatą.
She has been the sprint and the middle distance champion on the skis this year and last year. But in the mountain bike, 20th World Championships. She is born in 1993. Just when the famous Erika Salome, who won the tracks winter event in 1988 and 1992 in Barcelona as well, for independent Estonia, just to finish her career.
Nugalėtojas
Norgrad,
vidurinėje trasoje.
bib number 52. First year for him in the league group. He won 2 gold medals last year at the World Junior Championships. And also won the European Championships junior category in a sprint event, finishing 26 seconds in front of the Swede Felix Silver. Noah Rieder from Switzerland was bronze medal that year in a sprint in
Jis laimėjo
Portugal.
visų šių medalius pasaulio jaunimo čempionate.
See, discussing Latvia,
Ir
France.
sprinte tuo metu buvo auksas.
Meanwhile, the arena speaker, Viktor Stashiūnas, experienced now, commentator from Lithuania. Now the Latvian on the left side, and the 135, that's Ignalina Mickevičiūtė, Lithuanian in elite group.
Jose Antonio from Spain.
Also, Julius Judoshi is competing. Judoshi, born in 1985. Fourth place in the relay. Last year at the World Championships. Good achievement for Lithuanian. 11th in the must start 5 years ago at the World Championships. And she is also silver medalist at the European Championships, which took place 14 years ago in Lithuania. In other distances, she was in top 30. But one silver medal was won by Karolina Mickevičiūtė Judashienė. 3-3-3. Number 3 on the, it sounds like 1952 Oslo Olympic Games, where Veikko Hakulinen Finn won the marathon 50-kilometer race by 3 hours 33 minutes and 33 seconds. But this athlete was from Italy, Akira Sebastiano Cavagnis. 22nd place for Italian yesterday in middle distance in men's 17 group. But Hubert Kilak on your screen, bib number 51.
New best third position in the finish. Oh, we have the same time.
Kilak born at the time when Tomasz Sikora was among top 3 in biathlon World Cup races. And Judashienė Mickevičiūtė, a silver medalist from 2008, searching for the checkpoints, control points. Meanwhile, Lauri Malsros is the leader in the finish. Joao Pereira losing 1 minute in the second, and Allan Jensen from Denmark in the third. Patrick Sander, second Estonian, lying in the fourth place. Meanwhile, no signs for the women, any split times. It's important to hold the rhythm, not to make a mistake, and the sprint event especially, it costs very dearly. Yesterday one group was separated by 2 seconds only. But now we saw on the screen bib number 50, Lukas Wilms from Germany. German team also represented, not maybe plenty of athletes in the lead group 3 and 4 in under 17 group. Lukas Wilms born in 1984. So 38 years of age, 17th in the longer distance. But last year the World Championship was 54th in the sprint. You can see on the screen Lauri Malsros, the current leader. Joao Ferreira losing a minute, as I said. And Elena Ortiz Ilan from Spain. First year for her in the elite. Last year she was 12th, the best result in a sprint event, 12th in the junior category of the European Championships. 14th longer, 18th middle distance. Richards Bisenieks, the Latvian youth champion, yesterday 13th, best from all the junior or youth men yesterday, on the left side, together with the Spanish athlete starting. Here comes France, 359. That's Jade Bossier. And she goes into the 10th place. Aino Kankampa, Finn, is leading women's 17 group. And we can see the local hope, one of the hopes, Gvildis. He lost more the time to Malsros, but now he's coming closer, just 22 seconds separating the 2 Baltic athletes. Estonian leads and Lithuanian in a 2nd place. Let's see. Anders Blomster sounds like the Swede, but he's from Finland. Born in 1994. 23rd place in the middle and 28th in the long distance last year. And 8 years ago, Anders Blomster won the silver medal at the World Junior Championships. Lea Hnilica, Hnilica family representing with several athletes yesterday. 1 gold and 1 fourth place for Hnilica family. But this is Lea Hnilica. Second year in the lead group. 4 years ago won the bronze medal at the European Championships, Lea, in a sprint event. Bronze in a sprint and silver in the relay was at the World Junior Championships for Hnilica 4 years ago. Meanwhile, Hugo Picherovic from France on the left. Yesterday's 5th place winner in a men's 17 group in the middle distance. Anders Blomster. He has a medal at the World Junior Championships, as I said. Now we can see this changed his mind and decided that the checkpoint is a little bit more to the right side, and he was correct. Of course, to carry faster speed, riders deciding to go on these trails. You can see also the way chosen by the athletes. Gwildis Malsos compared, and then also Nibelski from Poland. Jensen in the finish. And losing almost 2.5 minutes to Lauri Malsos. It was a little bit above the minute last time. Ramona Poreter, meanwhile, on the screen from Latvia. Not satisfied, as we can see. Yesterday she was 10th, and now only 16th for the Latvian, and also on another Latvian best in the 10th place. But Kan Kampa from Finland leads. Emma Lang, 2 Finnish girls in the first 2 places. Aino and Emma, and then Enola Bardin from France. Much better start for the French lady. Last year she was 5th in this distance and 8th place in the middle, and yesterday she finished only 19th, and today she could try to earn the medal, and that could be the bronze. A 3rd medal at this European Championship for the France in the youth and junior groups. Bartosz Nibelski has started very quickly. The pole at the early radio control points is a leader. He's faster by 44 seconds than the current leader in the finish, Lauri Malsos from Estonia. And then that's Norgard. But he is losing to the pole around 1 minute on a second split time. So it looks like Paul determined. I spoke about Nibelski. He's determined to earn the 1st medal in the elite category. He has several medals in the junior class. We can see the Swede on the screen. Nadia Larsson. Last year she was 6th in a sprint, but won the bronze 3 years ago. You can see some spectators walking across the course. So very soon should appear also Gwildis from Lithuania. But here we can see Noah Rieder from Switzerland. He's losing and quite a lot of time. Squeezing among top 10, top 6 apologizes. So Noah Rieder not having a good race today. He won the bronze last year in this discipline and also at the World Junior Championships last year. And 46, Juan José Sancosmede from Spain. He competed until 2010, was around top 30, top 40, around that, up 40, 45th places. But then he took a break for 12 years and now returning back. Born in 1985, the Spanish. Meanwhile, for the women's side, Nadia Larsson is the leader. Kudre Schneider in the second place and Orsiniegi in the third. Not to go straight, but to take a shorter trajectory. Estonian on your screen with bib number 120, not Estonian, a Finn, Saara Ilhitanen. Born in 2003, junior category, 10th last year in the sprint event and gold medalist in the relay. She won the silver in the relay and the bronze in the must start at the World Junior Championships to 2021. Bartosz Niebeski, now we can see he has lost some ground. He was in the front by 44 seconds in the last split, but now he's losing, but still interesting. So close, 2 seconds behind Lauri Mausos. Here we can see Estonia and Poland battling for the leading time. Nobody else from early starters has a threat in this time. And now we can see Latvian Aivis Zetmanis with bib number 45. So we have 3 men from Latvia in the lead group. Zetman is born in 1979. His first appearance at the European Championships. He participated in the World Cup, was around top 50 6 years ago. And has not competed since 2017 in such a high level. The women's Ukrainian, only Ukrainian representative, not only women's side, but from all the groups. As we can see on the screen, that's Kristina Strizak. Concentrating very eagerly. Here we can see Italian team. Meanwhile, in the finish for the men, Mausros leads 2.5 minutes in front of Dane Allan Jensen, then João Ferreira from Portugal in the third, and Sander Pritsik from Estonia into the 4th place. Meanwhile, only Ukrainians started. The Czech reached the finish. Martin Kanta. Last year, best result for him was in the middle, 17th place, but now at the moment losing around 3.5 minutes and lying in 3rd place. As you can see, only 4 seconds he was faster than the Portuguese Ferreira. Austria on your screen with bib number 44, Bernhard Kogler. Born in 1986, 3 times on in top 3 at the World Championships Master category in the ski orienteering. 33rd in the middle, 42nd in the long distance. The Austrian last year at the European Championships. So hoping for top 30 here in Ignalina. 208, that's a Finland. Paulus Hanhijärvi was on your screen for the short moment. Now we will follow the Ukrainian Strizhak. Meanwhile, for the women, still Nadia Larsson has been fastest. Then Doris Kudre, Schneider from Estonia second. Doris Kudre is second and battling with Daisy Kudre-Schneider. Two Estonian sisters. Meanwhile, fifth Lithuanian Mickevičiūtė. 57 on the screen, trying to approach the finish. Going very quickly, Lithuanian Jonas Vytautas Gvildis. Losing minute and 19 to Malsros. Beating Danish Jensen time. That's Antrojas Vietas, second place for Gvildis. Very good runner. Now keeping his form with cycling. As I said earlier, top 10, even top 6 finisher in foot orienteering in the biggest championships. Finland, bib number 43, Juha Lilja. Remember famous Juha Mieto, cross-country skier, who lost 100 seconds in Lake Placid Games to Thomas Wasberg in 15-kilometer race, classical style. But this is Lilja Juha. Born in 1999. When Mikka Millila was winning golds in the Ramsau World Championships cross-country skiing, this Juha Lilja was 12th in a sprint, best result for him individually, 38th, 12th in the middle distance and 38th in the long distance last year at the European Championships. He is a medalist, silver medalist in the middle distance in 2019 at the World Junior Championships. Also 4 years ago he won the silver in the middle and bronze in a sprint in the junior category. So Lilja is several times medalist. And here comes the only Latvian hope, Julia Matvienko. She is a biathlete, competing also ski orienteering, of course, in the winter. Bib number 126. She will compete in a mixed relay on a Sunday. She's born in 1997. At the World Junior Championships, she was 30 and 22nd. Oh, that's an early stage of this competition. Estonia with bib number 42. That's Marek Karm. Born in 1990. Doing also foot orienteering. 38s in the middle, 48s in a long distance last European Championships. Top 40 finisher 3 years ago, the World Championships. But won second place in a sprint 9 years ago at the World Championships. Marek Karm.
This part was 11:03. So now we are waiting for this junior time. Koskinen and yesterday's gold medalist in this group.
We can follow Daisy Kudre-Schneider. She's battling for the second and third place with a teammate and a sister. Meanwhile, Nadia Larsson, the Swede, fastest so far, carrying approximately half-minute advantage in the middle part of the sprint course, comparing with the Estonians. Got a little bit confused, decided to change direction and then changed her mind, and decision was to go straight. Here could come Finland or Estonia. It's Anders Blomster, Finland. He will be very close to Lauri Malsros. So Malsros has set very high standard, the early starter. A little bit faster than Vytautas Gvildis will be Anders Blomster. 14 seconds losing to Malsros. So interesting battle. In the finish, Malsros was minute and 19 in front of Gvildis. So Blomster needs to be almost perfect on the last part of this sprint course to threaten the Malsros time. Meanwhile, bib number 41, Mikka Nurmi. Of course, the legendary last name in Finland, Paavo Nurmi, was multiple times world and Olympic champion. And he has Mikka, like Hakkinen, name, so Mikka Nurmi makes together this also very good orienteers. It's a third season for him in a lead group. Last year was not so successful for the Mikka Nurmi. Mispunched in the middle and 32nd in the long distance. And mispunching came also in the relay for Finn. But 3 years ago, he won the bronze medal at the European Junior Championships in this discipline. I mean, a sprint. Meanwhile, the youth group, it looked like Augustin Leclerc is the leader. Then Thomas Nick from Czech Republic, who tried to threaten his time. Meanwhile, Rasmus Huhtamäki, who came just behind the podium in the fourth yesterday in the middle for the U17, lying in a second. Another Finn, Evert Kientenemis, who was a leader some longer time, lying in third. Meanwhile, we can see on the screen Lithuanian Arnoldas. It's not a Schwarzeneggeris Arnoldas, it's Arnoldas Valiauga, MTB Orienteer, sports athlete. Born in 1992, when the famous hammer thrower Robas Ubartas won the gold, but he was 45th, 44th and 42nd in the three disciplines last year, the World Championships. So top 50 finisher, Arnoldas from Lithuania. So probably we'll hear Marseillaise today. France earned silver yesterday, 2 seconds missing to victory. Augustin Leclerc last year won the bronze in the long distance and gold in the relay, and now first individual gold could come for him. Here comes the Latvian in the finish with bib number 320. It's Martin Šmešsargs. Yesterday he was outside top 20 in 23rd place. Martin Šmešsargs won the silver medal at the Latvian Championships in junior class. Nadia Larsson, we can see in her finish, she is a leader. And she will take many scalps today. It will take some beating. 27:44 her time. Meanwhile, Essi Hakkala from Finland has started faster than Nadia Larsson. Hakkala is approximately 20 seconds faster than Larsson in the middle part. Meanwhile, the fastest first split time belongs to Saara Ilhitanen from Finland. So Finns will try to push very hard their neighbors Swedes. On the men's side, very good result for Hubert Kilak from Poland, but let's check whether that corresponds to real time. Meanwhile, women's 17 group, yeah, Aino Kankampa wins for Finland once again. Mamme Suomi Cinema, Soisana Kultanen will be played in Ignalina. Yesterday, Emil Koskinen won. Oh, what a pity for Lithuanian, 124, Juste Umbrasaite. We have seen the first fall. Umbrasaite, 22 years of age, 32nd last year at the World Championships. 11th at the European Junior Championship 4 years ago. And we could see for her, behind the bushes, Juha Lilja from Finland, short while ago. The junior multiple medalist. And now we can see Berhard Kögler, Austria, searching for control point. He will be very close to his teammate Georg Kogler, almost sounds the same. But they are in middle of the second tens, 15th, 16th place somehow. And then Albertin from France is third in that group. And we can see Hugo Picherovic from France. Yesterday he was fifth in the middle, and now he goes in the second place, losing 1 minute to Augustin Leclerc. It looks like double victory for the men. It's interesting that women 17, first two places to Finland, Kankampa and Emma Lang, and men 17, Leclerc and Picherovic, and then Finnish Rasmus Hyhtämäki in the third place. The Jeu de Gloria est arrivé for France. France taking the gold. And Lea Hnilica in the lead group, just behind the top three into the fourth place. Vierte Platz, Hnilica. She won the bronze 4 years ago at the European Championships for the junior category. You can see nice surroundings here in Ignalina. In the junior class for the man, Florin Schneider. So first gold also for Switzerland. Yesterday he finished fourth, just behind the podium. Mathieu Vaissart in the second place. Nojus Lukosius. It looks like Lithuania taking the first medal. Yesterday was bronze for Estonia. Now Lithuania. Nojus Lukosius together with Swede Sverre Röjgaard has the same time, and both earning the bronze medal. Yesterday was two silver medals from Finland. Lukosius was fifth in the middle distance, and now first medal for local countries, so they can celebrate. Lukosius was 13th in the sprint, 10th in the middle distance last year, and 10th in the long distance, 8th in the middle, and Miss Punch in the relay. European Youth Championships was 6th in the sprint 3 years ago, and now finally first medal.
And we have a new best second time in the belongs to Koskinen from Finland. 20 minutes 4 seconds.
And the Swiss Schneider won the gold last year in the relay, and now individual gold will come first for Florin Schneider. Very good day for Switzerland. Also the International Orienteering Federation board member is here, Jürg Hellmuller, the Swiss. Meanwhile, for the women's elite group, Sara Ilihitinen still also fastest on the second split, faster than the current leader in the Finnish Nadia Larsson. And also Essi Hakkala from Finland going good. Also good hopes for top three at the moment. Men's elite group, Lauri Malsros still the leader. Unfortunately, disqualifications for two Poles, Hubert Kielak and Bartosz Nibelski. But very good start is for Juha Lilja. But we can see Valerie Kamererova from Czech Republic, who goes into the second place. First time she competes at the European Championships. Now, she is born in 1994.
But now we are waiting for Zirny Thomas. he was after the second radio control in the 12th position. So it seems that he will be outside of the top 6.
Let's follow the next athlete, that's Latvian. It's bib number 45, Aivis Zetmanis. First European Championships. He's among top 10 from around 20 athletes who have started and passed this the checkpoint. So Latvian junior and youth team prepared very specially for this event. But 10th place was best result for them on the first day. And now first day for the elite. Saara-Iila Hittinen. She has a gap to take us, and she's current leader. She takes the lead away from the Swede. Nadia Larsson was a long-time leader, and now the Saara-Iila Hittinen is 25 seconds faster.
So we have gold medal.
Saara-Iila Hittinen, born in 2000, won the bronze in a sprint and the gold medalist at the youth European Championships in the middle and long distances 5 years ago. She is also the world junior champion in the relay and bronze medalist in relay in the European Championships. Also medalist 2019 at the European Junior Championships. Lithuanians has waited there Mickevičiūtė Judashienė, also Doris Kudrė, who started 2 minutes earlier, and of course she's much faster than Lithuanian. Doris Kudrė in the third place, losing only 1 second to Daisy Schneider-Kudrė. What a close battle between two Kudres. Mickevičiūtė in the last fifth position at the moment, almost 4 minutes behind Nadia Larsson. But let's wait for Saara-Iila Hittinen. In a few minutes' time, she will achieve the finish. Anders Blomster from Finland coming to the finish. He will be top 3 at the moment, moving Mikkel Norgard, the current junior champion, to the 4th place. But the first 2 places to Baltic countries, Malsros and Gvildis, and there comes Finn Blomster into the 3rd.
This is the top 6 podium in the men's 70 group.
It's, if we can try to translate, it's Anders Flower from Finland. So Mikkel Blomstedt, Norgard, Dane. But if he will remain top 15, could be still very good achievement for the Dane. Maybe top 10 is possible. You can see now Mikkel Norgard with bib number 52.
Gold medalist, silver medal, also from Finland in the 3rd position.
But very good start for Juha Lilja. The Finn is almost a minute faster than the Lauri Malsros, Estonian. You can see smiling, happy Swiss team. The first gold came today. There's a reason to smile. You can see Larsson Kamererova, Iila Hittinen there on a 22nd control, Hakkala, Kudre, Bose and Hnilica. And then Ilan Jegi on the right screen and Mickevičiūtė.
This is top 6 in this 4 groups. Men 17, men 20, women 17 and women 20.
Lukas Wilms from Germany, meanwhile on the screen was a few seconds ago, with the 17th time on this split. Born in the middle of the 80s. And Weisflog was famous ski jumper at that time. But for Lukas Wilms, not so high results. Just outside top 50. Last year, the World Championships. Camarero and Larsson very similar. Also the same for Hakkala. But a different approach for Ila Hietanen. And maybe there she gained the time important, and that allows her to be in the leading position. So standings and the finish for the ladies. Larsson leads, Kudres second and third, both separating by 1 second. Daisy Schneider is second and Doris third. Meanwhile, Mikko Nurmi. You can see now in the new leader, his teammate Juha Lilja at the split, and both Finns separated by some 19-20 seconds. And Finnish leader Malmros moved to the third place. But unfortunately, we can't see the split time for Mikko Nurmi. So it means that was another Finn. And only now crossed the bridge, the real Mikko Nurmi, but this is a Ukrainian. Strizak. And now, yeah, that's Mikko Nurmi in the fourth place. So Lilja holds the lead in front of Malmros. The third is Blomster, fourth Nurmi, and fifth Gvildis from Lithuania. That's top 5 at this split point. And some 10 minutes remaining for those athletes from this split point to the finish. Mikko Nurmi, we can see, searching the best way, planning for the next control point. And here he comes. So you must be capable of switch from the bigger resistance to the smaller resistance. Meanwhile, to read the map, watch the road. So 1/3, a little bit more athletes on the course right now. Katerina Novakova, famous name in Czech Republic. Katerina Neumanova, Olympic and world champion in cross-country skiing. And this is Katerina Novakova. Born in 1994, when Katerina Neumanova was not that time a star. That came later, 2002 and 2006. But Katerina Novakova is a world champion in the relay 4 years ago. Silver medalist 8 years ago with the World Junior Championships. And 30 we can see Valerie Camererova. She's in the second place, 15 seconds behind Larsson. And here comes Martin Linde from Latvia. He's good also in foot orienteering. One of the best Latvians, MTB Orienteering. Born in 1985. Participated in the World Championship 2015, was 72nd in the middle and 75th in the sprint event. Sara-Ila Hietanen takes the lead away from Nadia Larsson. Czech Camererova third. Sara-Ila Hietanen beating Larsson by 24 seconds. it was 19, there was 25, so approximately 20-25-second difference was all the time between those two, Finn and the Swede. The two sisters, Silja and Sara. So last year's bronze medal could be changed to some higher quality caliber medal, maybe, but still several very good, strong athletes to start. So again, we'll remind men's 17 group won by Augustin Leclerc, women's 17, Aino Kankampa, Finland, men's junior, Swiss Florin Schneider, and women's junior class, Kari Nurminen.
So for those who are already in the finish, for the youngsters, you can come and eat the lunch.
Very soon should appear Juha Lilja, very close to the finish area. Who take away lead from Lauri Malsrus. You can see also Malsrus Lilja, then on up with Blomster, Gvildis, Jensen.
27 seconds, and still 28 athletes on the box for the Ulrike and Sara.
Of course, on that small bridge there's no chances to be separate.
The third leg of control, it is time 15 minutes 55 seconds, so probably your best second time in the finish.
Estonia, very good swimmer, Eneli Yefimova, the European Championship silver medalist in the breaststroke. But of course, Malsrus going over the bridge, not taking the swimming option. Sanko Smed from Spain was on your screen, and Ivi Zetmanis from Latvia with bib number 45. Ivi Zetmanis in the 7th place, losing 3 minutes and 14 to the leader, just behind the Dane, but almost 50 seconds between the 6th and 7th place. Malsrus leader, Gvildis Lithuania 2nd, Blomster from Finland 3rd, Norgård from Denmark 4th, Noah Arida Switzerland 5th, Dane Jensen 6th, Latvian Zetmanis 7th, Kanta Czech Republic 8th, Munoz from Spain 9th, and João Ferreira from Portugal 10th, Marti Cilinder from Latvia 11th place. The French lady on the screen.
Very nice to complete.
Meanwhile, Liliu Paulu from France has started very good. She is some 14 seconds faster than Sara Ila Hietanen.
So if you want to see how the
Liliu Paulu is first year elite rider. Top 5 finish in all disciplines last year at the European Championships for the juniors. 4th best result came in a sprint event. Meanwhile, Lilja approaching the finish with the best time. Oh no, he lost some ground, and that's significant. 36 seconds he's behind. Malsrus hold the lead. Eesti esimene koht, Lauri Malsrus. Juha Lilja teine siia, second. He was in front when we last time saw, almost by 1 minute. It was 53 seconds, and then on the last part, Juha Lilja made maybe some mistakes and experience, and from the medalist of the World Championships, Lauri Malsrus, played a significant role, and Estonian still in the lead. We can see on the screen Lilja and Malsrus route choices. Yeah, Lilja going to different city wanted to leave Ignalina for some while, but then they remembered, oh, the European Championship sprint event still is going on and I must return. And here we saw where Lilia lost the time, and therefore he is behind Lauri Malsros. There was also Lauri Aus, cyclist from Estonia some 30 years ago. Very good. Then of course came Jan Kirsipuu, the Tour de France winner, stage winner. And now Taremaa, another good cyclist from Estonia. But that's a road race cyclist. Erik Eibast, it looked like. So also Dane Jensen started very good, was among the top 3 on the first split, and then lost some time and 7th in the finish. But nobody else has started so quickly as Lauri Malsros. Meanwhile, Ruska Saarela from Finland, faster even than Liliu Paulu. Ruska Saarela, 20th in the middle, 28th in long distance. But she is gold medalist in long and bronze medalist in sprint from 2014 at the World Junior Championships. Now 28, Patrick Svedberg. Sounds like Stefan Edberg. The Grand Slam winner in tennis, Patrick Svedberg. One of the oldest in the, not in the Swedish team only, but he was playing, he was born when Edberg was in the early stages of his career. Björn Borg was then the best Swede in tennis. But Patrick Svedberg, born in 1976. But not so good start for him at the World Championships. Last year disqualified in a sprint, but 39th in the middle, 28th in the long. In that 28th place was best for him at the long distance. And first time for Patrick Svedberg in the European Championships. Meanwhile, Mika Nurmi will beat Gvildis Lithuanian time, and 2 Finns on the top 3 at the moment. Juha Lilja second and Mika Nurmi third. 47th behind Malsros and 11th behind teammate Lilja. Estonia, Finland, that's the top 3. Then Lithuanian Gvildis in the 4th. Another Finn, the 3rd Finn in the top 6, Blomster in the 5th place. And Denmark with Nørgaard in a 6th. Swiss Rieder in 7th, Jensen 8th from Denmark. So 2 Danes in top 10 and 2 Estonians, Karm in the 9th place, and Latvian Zetman is still among top best so far at the finish. But still 27 athletes not started yet for the men elite. Sara Ilehiten holds the lead, but not for a long time. Here comes the French lady, Liliu Paulu. She will be faster by some 15 seconds, and she will be new leader. So very good start, first season for the French athlete in the elite group. World Junior Sprint Champion from 2019, it's Liliu Paulu. Didn't win any medal last year at the European Junior Championship. Fifth in the long and middle distance, 4th in a sprint, just behind the podium, but no medals. And maybe here in Lithuania, first time in the elite group, French lady will earn some medal. Very good start for France, Jolie Albin Desmarais on the men's elite group. good news for the Czech. Katerina Novakova is the fastest at the first intermediate, almost 45 seconds faster than Ruska Saarela. Saarela was faster than Paolo Liliu. We saw a little bit earlier. And also a good start for Constance Devilliers, France. We can see now Ruska Saarela, not on the screen, but she's 47 seconds behind her, but 31. That's Jolie Albert Desmarais, men, elite category. First year in elite, 18th in the sprint, but best result for him last year at the Junior European Championships was 6th place in the middle distance. And he is one of the top 3 at the moment on the second split. Ruska Saarela will not improve. She's starting to lose time. She was quite a big gap in front. Not big gap, 13 seconds it was earlier. And also 12 seconds on the second split, but now she is behind 4 seconds, but still very close. So excitement remains. Let's wait for Katerina Novakova. She will appear very soon. Now let's follow Ruska Saarela, who's battling with Paolo Liliu for the leading position. In the middle part, or a little bit more than middle part, they have completed both. She has been there 3 times in the top 10 in all distances at the World Championships, 2017, 2018. And gold medalist 8 years ago at the World Junior Championships. Just outside top 20 in 22nd, Julius Judocius. You can see Axiometering CX80. The main supporters of these championships. Yeah, Erik Eibast not so fast as Lauri Malsrus. Top 60. 5 years ago at the World Championships. Erik Eibast, born in 1973, one of the veterans, silver medalist at the World Veteran Master Championship 6 years ago. Now we can follow the ladies' route choices. Hakkala Larsson there, Kamererova, Devilliers, Ylihitinen. Now Saarela separates from Novakova. Going a little bit more to the right. Novakova chose to go straight, and Saarela wanted to hold this trail. And what about Pauli? Pauli is similar to Saarela. Very good start for Šarūnas Dmukauskas, Lithuanian, and also Jolie Albert Desmarais from France. And you can see Novakova. Hopefully we'll see her very soon, approaching the split where the leader is Liliu Paulu, 4 seconds in front of Ruska Saarela. And now we can follow Šarūnas. Not Jasikevičius or Marčiulionis, the basketball players famous, but orienteering athlete. Dmukauskas. And now Ludwig Matthias, Czech Republic, bib number 33. born in 1998. Silver medalist in a relay. World Junior Championships. Gold medalist at the World Championships Relay 2021. Silver medalist in long distance. So several medals for Matthias Ludwig. He's not only Ludwig, there's Wojtek Ludwig as well. And another Wojtek, but Wojtek Stransky.
After the second radio control, within the best fourth time. So maybe we can expect to see the Orienteering or the Karlsruhe here in the finish. Maybe with the best new current time.
So in the finish, Malsrus, Lilja, Nurmi, top 3, then Gvildis 4th, Blomster 5th, Nørgaard in the 6th place, Rieder 7th, Jensen 8th, Karm 9th, and Zetman is 10th place.
In the middle distance, last year the athletes didn't complete.
We can see Katerina Novakova, new leader. Look at the gap, 51 seconds to Lilja and 55 to the Finn. Sarela. But remember, it's important the last part. Despite this big gap, more than 50 seconds, it's too early to call the winner and the new leader. Let's wait Novakova until the finish. Of course, experienced athlete, several times medalist. But first individual gold in elite would be nice. Martina Tichowska won the Sprint World Championship 2015 from Czech Republic. Veronika Kubinova was silver medalist 3 years ago. But the current world sprint champion is Marika Hara from Finland. She was among the athletes before the championships, and she will start with bib number 105 later. Matej Müller from Slovakia goes into the 18th place. You can't say na ta trojsa blízke Chromy Divu biju. Born in 1996, when Slovakia started to play in the highest division in the Hockey World Championships. 6th place for Müller was at the World Junior Championship 6 years ago in the middle distance. But last year, not last year, but 3 years ago, 40th in the sprint, 53rd in the long distance was Slovak. You can see several athletes. Nurmi following Lilja footsteps, or bike steps, to be precise in this discipline. Jensen choosing different. The left side trail. The only one so far. There he lost the time. Yeah, he started quite good, and then that was a... He lost the time. That's Italian bib number 37, Piero Turra. Italian finished. Turra. It's more Tour de France, but in Italy it's Giro d'Italia, but his last name Turra. Born in 1984. Also doing a foot orienteering. 39th in the middle, 35th in the long distance, last championship for the Italian. And Ruska Sarela could be the new leader. She beats her teammate Sara Ylihitinen by 6 seconds. Double lead by Finnish woman. And they neighbor Swede Nadja Larsson in the third place. Ruska Saarela. But there are several, like Novakova. And also Martina Tichowska started good. Gabriel Gustafsson also for Sweden, a good starter. Martina Tichowska, also the world champion in the sprint from 2015. Could be one of the leaders. On the second split, she lost 15 seconds to Katerina Novakova. Now 29. That's Šarūnas Dmukauskas, Lithuanian. He was fourth last time we saw him. And he is going very good. Almost the same time as Malsrus. So Šarūnas Dmukauskas is faster than his teammate Gvildis by 23 seconds. Remember, Juha Lilja made a mistake and lost more than 50 seconds, or almost more than a minute on the last part, 1.5 minutes, something like that. So Šarūnas Dmukauskas has good potential to take the lead in the finish. But important thing is not to make a mistake. On the home ground, Morten Ornhagen from Denmark has started very good. One of the top three at the first split and also in the second split, the Morten Ornhagen. He's doing also foot orienteering. Last year was just outside top 10, 11th in the middle, 15th in the long distance. Best result came in a relay. Of course, there are not so many teams. 6th place was for the Dane there. But he dominated the World Junior Championships last year. 4 gold medals and 1 silver for the Dane, Morten Ornhagen.
What support from our women medalist, the French are making a noise. And in the finish was
Waiting for the next athletes to come to this
28 minutes.
radio control.
6 seconds faster than their teammate, also from France. So, top 5th and 6th places now in the women's 21 league.
Interesting to wait. Gustafsson and Tichowska. Whether they will improve Saarel Ruska time. Saarel started with the 3rd and 4th times in the first splits and then took the lead the last split before the finish and is currently leading 6 seconds in front of teammate Ylihitinen. 113. That's Gabrielle Gustafsson. She was a little bit, only 1 second in front in a previous split, but look, she has lost some significant ground and 1.5 behind. Gustafsson to the Finn now. They were so close in the previous split. But Gustafsson, born in 1997. The same year as a Swedish cross-country skier Ebba Andersson, who won the relay medal in Beijing. But Gabriel Gustafsson was 8th in the middle and 15th in the long distance last year at the European Championships.
Third position in the women's 21 league. Antonia from Finland, the new best third time for Finland.
The Swedes, of course, remember Ebba Andersson, the fastest in Tour de Ski on Alpe Cermis uphill when the cross-country skiers go up this alpine skiing mountain. And 35, Julius Judocius, Lithuanian.
Antonia was in the 10th position. Now she after the first radio control in the third position.
But 20th place for the Lithuanian, 5.5 minutes deficit. But look at the next competitor, Katarina Novakova. Here's coming the new leader, that's for sure. Czech Republic won the women's 17 group by Sofie Stranska, and Katarina Novakova can try to produce a Dom of Me, Czechka Zeme, Dom of Me will be played second time here in Ignalina. But also Martina Tichowska, her teammate is good, and still several athletes remaining who can beat that time. A long lead by Finn Saarela and Yli Hitanen. Now they move to second and third. Now Erkki Aibas from Estonia in the finish, bib number 34. So Novakova won the gold in the relay 4 years ago at the World Championships, silver at the World Junior Championships 8 years ago. So European Championship medal could be individual first. Wojtek Stransky, the Czech, born in 1990, current bronze medalist in the middle distance at the European Championships. 7 years ago won the silver in a sprint, and is going among the leaders. Meanwhile, 33, Matthias Ludwig, Czech Republic, coming to the finish. 2 silver medals in the relay. World Junior Championships for the 1998 year-born Ludwig. Silver in the long distance, bronze in the relay at the European Junior Championships, and last year he won the gold with the teammates in the relay in the Elite World Championships.
So probably she's a challenging Katarina. So maybe we'll see another Czech girl here.
But Matthias Ludwig's time is only 11th, but not that bad. 2 seconds missing to the top 10, which is completed still by Latvian Aivis Zetmanis. Nu, lieliski. Aivis nostartējis labāko desmitniekā, joprojām turās. Varam apsveikt viņa šādu rezultātu. Protams, vēl daži pabīdīs viņa tālāk, bet tik un tā. Pērn Andim Sarkšņam bija 3/4 vieta. So last year, Andis Sarkšņam was best Latvian with 34th place in a sprint. Now could be much better. On the screen you can see Tichowska, Novakova. A similar, very equal route choice for the both Czechs. But Martina Tichowska is 25 seconds faster than Novakova on that radio control we saw on the screen. Not on the screen by 25. That's Morten Ornhagen, the Dane. You can see Dane on the screen. He's a current leader. TV control point, what we saw. He takes the lead by 23 seconds in front of Juha Lilja there. Dane is determined to take the medal. The junior is proving himself in the elite class. And Denmark has never won the World Sprint Championships. Rasmus Søgaard won the long distance in the World Championship 2017. And Torbjørn Gasberg was a winner of middle distance 2009. Of course, Camilla Søgaard on the women's side, the world champion.
And this time will be top 10 now. Top 9. Top 9, 28 minutes 50 seconds.
So the finisher for the elite men, Malsrus first, Lilia second, and Nurmi third, Gvildis fourth, Blomster fifth, Norgod in the sixth place. For the women, Novakova, Saarela, Ilihiten in top three, and then Larsson, Camererova, and De Villiers from France in the sixth. Meanwhile, Kristoffersen, Danish, Cecil Kristoffersen going very good. And Martina Tichowska, in the last split, the leader. Also Finn Antonia Hage started with the fourth times in the first two splits. Antonia Hage is a world champion in the relay, silver medalist in the long distance in 2018, bronze medalist in the European Championships long distance in 2018. And now we can see mentioned Hage, a minute behind, but still enough for the top three. First two places to the Czechs, Tichowska, Novakova, then Finn Hage. Hage sounds like Anna Haag, that was cross-country skier for Sweden. But Antonia Hage, Finn, top three at this split. Meanwhile, Czech in the finish, 114. That's Vendula Musilova. She takes 8th position, losing 2 minutes and 14 to the leader. Born in 1983, when the first World Athletics Championships took place in Finland. This Czech, 14th last year in the middle, 16th in the long distance. Last year, very good start in long distance, 13th place at the World Championships for Vendula. But now she is currently in top 10, but not for the long time. Top 15 will be once again good result for her. 27 Lithuanian, 29 the Lithuanian. Šarūnas Mukauskas approaching the finish, battling for the top 6 not only, maybe top 3, and he goes to the third place, 45 seconds behind Malsrus Estonia, and he's beating Finn's Mikka Nurmi time by 2 seconds. And that's enough for the third place. Juha Lilja from Finland, second, 9 seconds in front of Lithuanian. Estonia, Finland, Lithuania. So if instead Juha Lilja would be some of Latvians like Zetmanis, Linde or Sarksnia, then in such an order, because in the north it's Estonia, then Latvia in the middle, and Lithuania in the south. But here Estonia and Lithuania, and between them Finland. Malsrus, Lilja, Dmukauskas. Nurmi 4th, Gvildis 5th, Blomster 6th. So Finland with several athletes, 3 athletes in top 6. Meanwhile, Tomi Nikkanen started with a 9th time. But remember, not forget Ornhagen Morten from Denmark. In the middle part of the sprint course, he set the fastest time, and that was 23 seconds faster than closest rival. And that's a Lithuanian on your screen, one of the local favorites. So Lithuania has Ramūnė Arlauskienė, the medalist at the World Championships, Gabriele Andriušienė, also the medalist. Meanwhile, we saw Gabriele Andriušienė. She was 8th fastest just a few seconds ago. Meanwhile, Martina Tichowska beating teammate Novakova by more than a minute, almost 1.5 minutes, minute 23 in front. So Finland moved to the third place, double lead by Czech Republic. Martina Tichowska, she won the long distance in 2015 and 2018. And the sprint event was won also in 2015 by Martina Tichowska in 2018. Multiple-time world champion Martina Tichowska.
She was in the 3rd position in the middle distance. Now she's in the 4th after the first radio control.
In 2018, 3 silvers and 2 golds was for Czech. What an impressive start. No doubt about that. 4 years ago, and now at the first start here in Ignalina at the Axioma European Championships, she could take the gold. Could, of course. It's not called yet, but that is Very good application, not only for medal, but also for the goal. 1.5 minutes almost in front of Novakova. And Cecilie Kristoffersen from Denmark, we can see on the screen right now. She's battling for the top 3. She was third, a little bit less than half minute behind Tichowska and just 2 seconds behind Novakova. Gabriel Gustafsson in the finish with the 16th place. Not so good as the last year's championships, and she was 8th and 15th. Now some places lower for the Swede. Losing 5 minutes 41 seconds to the leader. So best the Swede so far, Nadia Larsson in the 5th place. 115, and that's Evelina Valima from Finland. Not in such a hurry. Evelina Valima 26, 10 minutes behind the leader. You can see on the screen. Not the result she wanted to expect. Second year for Valima in an elite group, 23rd and 30th last year. Best result in the middle. This is 23rd place. And 5 years ago, she won the silver medal in the long distance in the youth category at the European Championships. And bronze came in the relay a year later. And a France athlete. That's a bib number 27, Jérémy Porret. Porret, not Hercule Poirot, but Jérémy Porret. Born 1998 when France won the World Cup in football with Zinedine Zidane. 40th place for Jeremy in the middle, 29th, 11 places better. He was in the middle distance, in the long distance last year, the World European Championships. And Jeremy Porret is a silver medalist in the relay from 2018, and also in the Junior European Championship has earned a medal. And now Danish 110. That's Nicolene Splittorff. She goes into the 3rd place, minute 38 behind Tichowska and 15 seconds, losing to 2nd place Novakova. So Nicolene Splittorff is a current European sprint champion and bronze medalist in the long distance. Sorry, middle distance winner and the bronze medalist in the long distance. 3 gold medals she earned 3 years ago at the European Junior Championships and World Junior Championship. Gold medalist and silver medalist from 2019 is Splittorff from Denmark. What a battle here, 106. But Marika Hara from Finland. She goes into the 4th place. Marika Hara, current world sprint champion. She won the title last year in front of Svetlana Foliforova and Anna Tiderman. She is losing to the leader, Tichowska, around a half minute. But very close to the Novakova and Kristoffersen. Kristoffersen sounds like a Norwegian alpine skier. But this is Cecilie Kristoffersen from Denmark. So unfortunately Norway not competing here. As I mentioned, Kristoffersen, alpine ski in the world, the Giant Slalom Championship from Åre 2019. Also medalist at the Olympic Games, but no Norwegian team here. 28. That's Patrick Svedberg. And at 26 is Silas Hotz from Switzerland. Born in 1999. When Roger Federer was quite unknown, and Pete Sampras was American Andrea Agassi in the tennis, then came just Federer a little bit later when Silas Hotz was born. 48 in middle distance, 27th in the long for Swiss last year. But Antonia Haga from Finland goes into the 4th place, losing half minute, a little bit less to the top 3, which is completed by Splittorf for the Danish athlete, Tichowska lead. And Camille Solgaard.
So she's challenging the time of the box from Czech Republic. So Denmark
Camille Solgaard won the long distance last year. Here we can see bib number 19, that's Ignas Ambražas, Lithuanian. 3rd year for him in the league group, doing also ski orienteering in the World Junior Championships in ski orienteering. Top 15 places for him, Ignas Ambražas. 26 in the middle, not starting the long, and 6 in the relay. Last European Championship for Ambražas we saw on the screen just a few seconds ago. Meanwhile, very good start from Jan Hašek from Czech Republic. He set the fastest time. Also good is Wojtek Stransky. Also Ignas Ambražas, 4th. But in the finish, Morten Ornhagen from Denmark is the leader. Long time it was Lauri Malsros, Estonian, silver and bronze medalist at the World Championships in the sprint several years ago. But now the Estonian in 2nd, minute behind the Dane. And Juha Lilja in the 3rd, that's a Finn. But there could be some changes still among top 3 and also in the leading position. So still exciting race in front of us at the European Championships. Axioma, Gabriele Andrusheniene, bronze medalist from Lithuania. She won 3 years ago in the long distance at the World Championship, bronze medal behind Emily Benham Kuala, Great Britain, and Czech Veronika Kubinova. And here comes 103, that's Lynn Bilash from Sweden. Born in 1990, mispunched in the middle, 15th in the long distance last World Championships, disqualified in a sprint event, 9th in the middle, 10th in the long distance. They're in World Championships, but she won the bronze 5 years ago at the European Championship sprint, so the Finn could the Swede could battle for the high place. 107, Cecilie Kristoffersen from Denmark. She's 2nd fastest, and the only lady who has lost less than a minute to the current leader, Martina Tichowska. Meanwhile, on the TV checkpoint we saw before, the Camilla Solgaard from Denmark losing only 9 seconds to Martina Tichowska. Here comes 23. That's Wojtek Stransky for the men, battling for the one of the fastest times. Wojtek Stransky. Bib number 23 goes into the 2nd place, and he is only one who lost less than a minute to Morten Ornhagen, the Danish leader. Stransky, Czech Republic, 2nd, losing 50 seconds. And he was 14 seconds faster than Lauri Malsros. Estonia now has been moved to the 3rd place. So the last exciting moments. So for the ladies, a few athletes, 5 athletes on the course. Some has chances for the top 3. For the men, it's around 20 athletes still to come. We will wait with eagerness Camilla Solgaard and Lynn Bilash, the Dane and Swede, who have good potential to be among top 3. In the finish, Tichowska leads in front of Kristoffersen and Novakova. Then Splittorf 4th, Andrusheniene 5th, Sarel 6th. But a quite good result for Gabriele Andrusheniene. What a return, not a medal, but not so far away. There's something to cheer. Remember, Lithuania won the medal in the junior class today. For the men, that was Nojus Lukosius. Not so easy. at this uphill after the bridge. 102, Ingrid Stengard from Finland, experienced athlete. Yeah, she's born 1975. When Lasse Viren was one of the fastest men, he was runner 5,000 and 10,000 meters. In 1976, he won 2 golds, and 1972, also 2 golds in Germany, and also in 1976 Olympic Games. That time was Ingrid Stengard born, and she was 18th last year, in the middle 13th in the long distance, and she is a gold medalist in 2017. 2 times she won European Championships, but that was 14 years ago. And Stengard battling for the top 10. At the moment 7th, losing around 1 minute to the leaders.
The team now ready to cheer for the Marika, probably top 6 position today.
Yeah, for the men.
9 seconds between Marika and Christopher and Cecile.
Such good athletes like Ludwig, Brendley, Bogar, still to wait start. And here comes 105, Marika Harri. Marika Harri from Finland. She will not take a lead away from Tichowska, but she squeezes between Tichowska and Kristoffersen, and 9 seconds faster than the Dane. Dane Kristoffersen moved to the 3rd, and the world sprint champion goes into the 2nd place. And on the last World Championships in the sprint event, there was battle between Harri. Tichowska won in 2015, Harri won 2017, 2021, Saarinen, not Aina-Kaisa Saarinen, who is a world and Olympic medalist in cross-country skiing, but Henna Saarinen, 2018 world sprint MTB orienteering champion, and then the Brit Emily Benham-Kual won 2019. But this time Harri also very good, but not the gold medalist, because she lost to Tichowska. But Camilla Sørgaard is the one who could threaten Tichowska's victory. Look at Tichowska and Sørgaard, they are going very quickly. 4 seconds is a Dane faster before the finish. So let's wait. In a few moments, the Dane Camilla Sørgaard should appear. And here comes Sørgaard with bib number 104. Here we can see the famous Dane, the world champion, the current European long-distance champion, bronze medalist in a sprint, Sørgaard. Multiple times in top 3, the medalist, including the gold medals at the World and European Championships. And now she is a new leader. Tichowska must settle to the 2nd, 5 seconds separating the first 2. She was so fast as Bjarne Riis on the last straight before the finish. Sørgaard, Sørgaard, Tichowska and Marika Harri, Denmark, Czech Republic and Finland. But still Lynn Bilash could be that one who could squeeze in top 3. We can see Lynn Bilash on the screen just a few seconds ago. But Camilla Sørgaard, the medal is secured, and most probably the gold. Tichowska also can feel quite sure about the medal. Anna Tiderman started last with bib number 101. But Tiderman lost valuable ground, so not so good start for the Swede Tiderman, who won the bronze last year in the sprint in the World Championships. She lost more than a minute already after the first split and was only 19th. Okay, she could take some ground, take some beatings on the last stage, but not possible to come back to top 3 to earn the medal, what she did last year at the World Championships in Finland. Axioma Metering European Championships also support a CX80. You can see a little bit the French team discussing what happened with them on the course during this competition. So many in the finish, but still not all started. Jiří Hradil on the screen for you from Czech Republic. Last 6 athletes remaining for start, and now 103. Lynn Bilar from Sweden trying to squeeze among top 3. She lost to Marihara. No, she will be outside top 4. She will be, no, she's crossing the finish line 1 second before the Kristoffersen and lost 8 seconds to the medal. Lynn Bilar so close to the medal. So no one from Sweden here on the podium. But that's much better than last year, the World Championship for Lynn Bilash. And also Heli. So she won 5 years ago the bronze at the European Championship sprint, and she was so close to repeat that achievement. Now baby number 19, let's follow Ignas Ambražas, Lithuanian. He can battle for very high place as well. Could be one of the best Lithuanians so far. Ambražas goes into the 3rd place, 53 seconds behind the Dane Morten Ornhagen on only 3, losing to Wojtek Stransky in the 2nd place, Czech lying now, and Lithuanian Ambražas 3rd. 3 seconds behind Stransky, and we have 3 men less than 1 minute separating them, because Lauri Malsros, a long-time leader from Estonia, now into the 4th place. Juha Lilja 5th, Mukauskas 2nd best Lithuanian and 2nd Lithuanian top 6. Mika Nurmi 7th, Jeremy Porre 8th place for the French, the same time as Jonas Gvillis for Lithuania, and Johan Courtois from France in the 10th. Blomster 11, Kaskinen 12, Nikkanen 13, Hotze 14, Norgard 15, Norgren 16, Rieder 17, Jensen 18, Desmarais 19th place. Marek Karm 20th, Breit Schadl, Austria 21st, together with Latvian best Ivy Zetmanis, Ludwig 23rd, Counter 24th, Munoz 25th, Ferreira from Portugal 26th. That's the bicycle of Matej Müller, Slovakia. And now the Swede on the start gate. That's Marcus Jansson. His baby number 5. Born in 1992. The current European champion in long distance, but the middle distance was 21st. 2 first places, 1 first and 1 21st last European Championships. 5 years ago he was 20th at the European Championships in sprint event. So maybe some medal could come for Swede. Marcus Johansson, who is preparing for the start. And here comes 18. That's Jan Hašek. Not a shy guy with expressions, saying that only first place matters. The other places are for the losers, and he likes to eat losers for the breakfast. But it looks like tomorrow, Saturday morning, other opponents will eat Hašek for the breakfast, because Hašek is not among top 3. But you know, Hašek is a famous name. That was Dominik Hašek, the famous goalkeeper in Czech, who won the Olympic Games. But this Hašek do cross-country skiing, 9 times medalist in the World Junior Championships, 5 times winner, 4 times silver medalist, and also all caliber of medals in the European Junior Championships. So many medals for Jan Hašek, but not today. Ingrid Stengaard, the veteran from Finland, goes into the 13th place. But very good that she's still holding on, competing like Harri Kirvisniemi did in cross-country skiing, competing in the World Cup races when he was older than 40. Former husband of Maria-Liisa Hämäläinen, also Olympic medalist in cross-country skiing from Finland. But for the men, Orhagen, Stransky, Ambrages, that's the top three. Then Malsrus, Hasek, Lilja. But for the women, Camilla Sörgard takes victory, Tichowska silver medal, and Marika Hara thin into the third and bronze medal. Nobody could chase them. Lynn Bilash fourth, Cecil Kristoffersen fifth, Katarina Novakova sixth. Yeah, there's Anna Tiderman still on the course. Then Nikolina Splittorf seventh, Andrus Shenien eighth. So Lithuania best result for the women with 8th place, and Saarela, the second Finn in top 10 with 9th place, and third Finn in top 10, Yli Hietanen in the 10th place. Second best Swede, Nadia Larsson 11th, Marina Reiner Österreich 12th. 12th Platz, best Austrian, then Finn Stengard 13, very high place for the Finn veteran. We saw her finish just a few moments ago. Then come Rerova, Czech 14th, De Villiers, France in the 15th, Pauli, two French ladies behind each other, Pauli in the 16th place. Here comes Bib 101, Anna Tiderman in the finish. And let's see what place she will, just outside top 10. Bronze medalist in the World Championships last year in the sprint event. Made a mistake in the early part and that cost her very dearly. And now she is outside top 10. But not the time. Her time didn't stop at the moment. Let's see what will follow later. She will concentrate on next day. Bib number 17, Olivier Friis, Denmark, also has some good results. Born in 1996, when Bjarne Riis was one of the best in the world in the cycling, winning Tour de France 34-34. That's his place in the middle and the long distance last year. Meanwhile, Bib number 16, and that's Teemu Kaksonen. And Finn Kaksonen, born in 1999 when Janne Ahonen was one of the best ski jumpers in the world. Bronze medalist Teemu Kaksonen, the World Junior Championships in 2019, 2018, and gold medalist in the relay 2017. Bronze medalist in the middle distance from Youth World Championship, European Championships, Teemu Kaksonen. We can see smiling Camille Sørgaard, the winner from Denmark. Look at the final results. Denmark takes gold and victory. Camille Sørgaard, it means their Arekt Undikland will be played today in Ignalina. So to Tichowska's Czech Republic and Marika Hara from Finland, the third. Julie Matvienko, best Latvian, 26. Best Lithuanian was Andrus Shenien, 8. And best Estonian Kudre, Daisy Schneider in the 20th place. Best France, De Villiers, 16th. Best Spanish Aguilera, not Cristina Aguilera, the singer, but Monica Villadomio Aguilera in 26th place. Marina Reiner, Austrian, 12th, best Austrian. Another Lea Hnilic, 23rd. But some strong men athlete remaining on the course. Let's follow them with bib number 10. That's Andreas Waldmann, Austria. Quite high, just behind Italian Bettega Fabiano. Waldmann takes 7th place. Born in 1994, World Junior Champion from 2014 is Andreas Waldmann. 5 years ago in Lithuania in the World Championships, he was 17th in the sprint. Meanwhile, Italian, we saw on the screen with the 6th result. And that was Fabiano Bettega, as 42nd and 19th last year at the European Championships, and 5th in a sprint. He was at the World Championships 3 years ago. So, was among top 6. So, for the ladies, Sergard Tichowska-Hara, then Bilash 4th, Kristoffersen 5th, Novakova 6th, Splittorf 7th, Andrushenina 8th, Sarel 9th, and Ile Hittinen 10th place. But for the men, Orhagen, Denmark leads. Could be interesting that Denmark could take 2 victories. That's possible. Kaksonen, Teemu from Finland in the 2nd place, Wojtek Stransky, Czech athlete in the 3rd. Good start for Jonas Maichelis, Lithuanian, among top 10 after the top 6 after the first split. Andre Haga, Finland, top 6 after the 2nd split, but the best Lithuanian local. One of the favorites, Ignas Ambrasius, 4th place. Then Lauri Malsrus, Estonian 5th, Jan Hasek 6th, Juha Lilja 7th, and Mukauskas 8th. And 9th, Mika Nurmi, Jeremy Porre, 10th with Gvildis. 12th is Fries from Denmark, Courtois, France, 13, Blomster, 14, Kaskinen, 15, Nikkanen, 16. You can follow Christoph Bogard, Jegi Jansson. Here comes a Spanish. Garcia, Angel Garcia. That gives the time 2 minutes 51, losing to leader, and goes into the 13th place. Born in 1985, 2 37th places for him. Garcia is bronze medalist at the European Championship 3 years ago in Mustard. So, quite strong Spanish athlete. Sward Sebastian, Sweden precisely 2 minutes behind and at the end of top 20. Just outside top 30 at the World Championships, 33rd in the sprint. Best result was in Mustard when the Swede was 27th, but we can see now Marcus Jansson, another Swede. Losing 10 seconds to Teemu Kaskonen, leader on a 2nd split time. And Andre Haga on the screen with a 4th result, 12 seconds behind the podium at the moment. And this split. World long distance champion. But still Simon Brenly from Swiss with bib number 3, Pokkala, Finland bib number 2, and Ludwig Wojtek bib number 1 from Czech Republic. And another Czech, Krzysztof Bogar, that started, but haven't seen him on any of the splits. Meanwhile, Krzysztof Bogar has marked himself on the first split with the 2nd best time, the same as Teemu Kaskonen. The fastest time at that point belonged to another Czech, Jan Hasek. He was then 2 seconds faster than Bogar. Teemu Kaskonen, the leader. Krzysztof Bogar, we can see, also has won major races. The European Championship was last year, just behind the podium in both individual races with 2 4th places, but gold came in the relay. But he has so many medals previous years. Now a big number 7. And that's Jonas Maichelis. Lithuania won this Latvian Baltic race a few weeks ago in the May months. Now among the top 6.
Wants to get this medal from Orienteering, and now he has very good start. In the 3rd position now, Stransky Wojtek for Czech Republic.
Maichelis from Lithuania. Born in 1992, so 30 years of age, bronze medalist in the relay, 20th in middle, 10th in the long distance. And here comes a bib number 13, Adrian Jägi from Switzerland, battling for the same place as his bib, but a little bit outside beat. Will beat Garcia, but will lose to the Dane Oliver Fries. Adrian Jägi into the 14th place, losing 2 minutes 42 to the leader. But he was 46 in the middle, but much better. 9th in the long distance. This time somewhere there, but 14th at the moment. But still, few athletes can move him further down to the end part of top 20. Simon Bradley has opened very quickly, the Swiss. Simon Bradley won the silver in the World Championship Sprint in 2018 behind Christoph Bogar. And Bradley is fastest also on a second intermediate. And he is 7 seconds faster than Kaskonen and 8 than Bogar. And currently in the finish, Orhagen losing to him 14 seconds on a second split. That's bib 11, Baptiste Fuchs from France. 35 years of age, 13th in the middle, 12th in the long distance, last the championships. Silver medalist 3 years ago in the long distance, Baptiste Fuchs. And also 4 years ago he won the silver in the middle distance. Yuri Hradl we saw from Czech Republic. Yuri Hradl. Six times have been on the podium in the World Championships. Winner 3 years ago in the must-start distance, Hradil. And this is bib number 12, and that means Luca Dalla Velle, famous Italian. Today only 16th place for Luca, who was unbeatable in a sprint event in 2015 in the World Championships. He won silver a year later behind Anton Foliforov. And here comes 11, Baptiste Fuchs from France. Good chances to top 10 finish. The Frenchman, not a medal like in 2019 in long distance, and he was second. At the 8th place for the French Fuchs, 1.5 minutes behind the leader. So Brandley Bogart still contenders for the victory and medals, of course. Also Marcus Jansson much better on the third split than he was on the first two. Now he has moved to the third place, but Simon Brandley hadn't passed. Samuel Pakala, you can see 16th, the Finn. He won the must start and middle distance in the World Championships 2021. But now on a second split he is only 16th. But the place is not important, as you know. Important is the time, and he's losing to the leader 46 seconds, but to the more than half minute behind the top three. So Finn must hurry to have some chances. Let's see later on this TV control point whether he have claimed some places up or not. So all athletes now on the course. Last starter Ludwig Wojtek from Czech Republic, second fastest man, 5 seconds behind Brandley. We can see Ludwig Wojtek 3 seconds behind on the second intermediate. On the first he lost 5, now he has closed the gap by 2 seconds and losing to the Swiss 3 seconds. And Christoph Bogar goes into the third place, second behind Kaksonen and 15 behind Orhagen. And there's still half of distance, or a little bit less in front. So Czech holds some hopes for the medal. The current world sprint champion. You can see the route choices. Brandley, Bogar, Kaksonen, Haga, Orhagen, Jansson, Michaelis, Hasek, Stransky, Ambrajas, Hradil. All the going together now, not a big difference in these route choices. Orhagen, Kaksonen, Stransky, those three in the finish. Ambrajas 4th, Bettega 5th, the same time as Malstrus. Hasek 7th, Fuchs 8th, Lilia 9th, Dmukauskas into the 10th place. That's Simon Brandley from Switzerland. Current leader. He has some time, but they will be very close between Swiss and Orhagen from Denmark. With a few seconds, the Swiss will take lead. 5 seconds. Simon Brandley. He's a current European sprint champion, a current middle distance champion, 6 in the long. At the World Championship last year, he was second in the sprint and middle distances, bronze in the long, bronze also in the relay. So Swiss are waiting eagerly, also Denmark waiting. Danish, you can see on the screen with bib number 25. That's Morten Orhagen, the leader. And we are waiting also for the Czech Wojtek to at the TV screen point now. Andreas Waldmann from Austria at the end of top 30, together with Breit Schadl. Both Austrians are completing top 30 with 8-second difference. He won the World Junior Championships 8 years ago, Andreas Waldmann. 5 years ago was 17th in the sprint in the World Championships in Lithuania. And today, at the end of the top 30, but will be pushed out a little bit later. When Bogar, Jansson, Haga, Brandley, Ludwig, Michaelis will reach the finish. Some Swedes feel hungry, having a lunch, while waiting Marcus Jansson. Yeah, Marcus, famous name also in cross-country skiing. Marcus Hellner was a world champion in sprint in Oslo, Holmenkollen 2011, beating Petter Northug on Gratishaugen, making that famous move away. And here comes bib number 8, Andre Haga, Finland, goes into the just 3 seconds in front of Jan Hasek, and that's a 7th place for Andre Haga, the current world long distance champion from Finland. 10th, he was an 11th last year at the European Championships middle and long distances. So approximately the same result will be here today in a sprint for the Andre Haga from Finland. Meanwhile, other Finn, Samuel Pokkala, I said he had to hurry to make some chances, but no, looks like Finnish championship. Lilja, Pokkala, Haga on your screen. Also some Czechs appearing. Hasek and Stransky there, but he will be at the end of top 10 here and losing 46 seconds. and to the top three. At this point, till his teammate Timo Kaskanen is some half minute. Very difficult to regain that lost time for the Finn. And Lithuanian Jonas Maišelis on the final straight. Wow, what an impressive ending from Jonas Maišelis. Whoa, he found the speed. Like Rumšas, the road cyclist. Well, Lithuania has plenty of women world champions or medalists in the road cycling. 3 at least. But Maišelis, what an ending. He squeezes in front of Kaksonen, but behind Ornhagen. We couldn't find him in a second or third split. His result was not appearing. And the bib number 1, Ludwig Wojtek, will be very close to the first places, but not the first two. With Kaksonen with the third and fourth he will go. But Wojtek, Ludwig has some chances for the medal, still hopes alive. Third, 3 seconds in front of Kaksonen. But Jonas Maišelis was 10th in the long distance, the last championship best result for him, 9th in the middle at the World Championships and 6th in the longer to 2021. 7th in the sprint 5 years ago at the World Championships on home soil in Lithuania. So he's 38 seconds behind Ornhagen, 4 in front of Kaksonen. Could it be a medal? That would be fantastic achievement for Jonas Maišelis. But Wojtek, Ludwig, Christoph Bogar, Markus Jansson, maybe not Markus Jansson, but Jansson was faster than Lithuanian at the third split, and of course Simon Brendley, the current leader after the third split, the Swiss, who was faster by 5 seconds than Ornhagen.
6 time now, 25 minutes 60 seconds. So he's fighting now for the top 6 place.
Just few athletes remaining. Hradil, Jansson, Bogar. Here comes Jiří Hradil from Czech Republic. Battling for the top 6 will be just in front of Bettega Fabiano. Few seconds too, maybe. 1 second in the 6th place, Jiří Hradil. But that's much better. Last European Championships, the best result was for the Czech, 11th, just outside top 10. Now he's in among top 10 and will remain, that's for sure. But the 6 times has been on the podium. And must-start winner in the World Championship 2019, Jiří Hradil. So Bettega, best Italian, in the 7th place. 2 Lithuanians in top 5. Maišelis in the 2nd, Ambražas in the 5th. So very good sprint day here in Ignalina. And best Czech so far, Wojtek Stransky in the 4th place. You can see. Bogart, different route choice. And here comes Markus Jansson from Sweden, battling for the 2nd place. He will move Maišelis to the 3rd, but losing 14 seconds to Ornhagen. Dane holds the leading position, and that looks more like a medal and probably gold for Morten Ornhagen, but Brendley on the course still. Markus Jansson, the gold medalist from last year's long distance, could earn a medal here. But Brendley, Ludwig Bogar, those who can threaten his time. Pakkola is on the course as well, but he is losing quite a lot of time. Now small review on what happened. Jansen from Denmark, now the Spanish athlete. Yeah, Sweden in the younger groups. Yesterday, Tilde Palm won the middle distance.
That's the official results, and then you have time for complaints. I saw also an GPS traffic, some athletes had issues. So, some athletes will need to qualify.
Krzysztof Bogar must soon approach the finish area. But that is a replay of previous events.
Number 1 of the Czech Republic, his time was 12:36. But now we should see some
So last year, no sprint event at the European Championships for the lead. And Krzysztof Bogar very soon will cross the finish line. Very soon we'll see Krzysztof Bogar. Krzysztof Bogar, the current world sprint champion, will not win today here, but can try to be among top 3. Here comes Krzysztof Bogar. He's born in 1994. That year was not so good in his Czech sport. In 1994, Korda, the tennis player, didn't won Grand Slam. He won 1998. Jana Novotná, 2 years earlier, in 1992, was in the final when she lost to Steffi Graf in Roland Garros final, but Novotná won the Grand Slam Wimbledon 1998. At that time, Sablikova was not so old to battle. Very, very young, was in speed skating. The hockey team, Czech Republic, lost in the World Championships to Canada in a quarterfinal stage, 3-2. And the football team was just behind the World Cup of qualification. So, therefore, 1994, the year when Bogar born, the world champion in EMTBOC Orienteering, was the best achievement, not the best event that year, his birth in 1994 in Czech sports. You can see Bogar, Brandley, Jansson and Ornhagen and Kaksonen.
He was the leader after the third ring of control. And only third time in the pre-morning, so only third best time for Brandley Simon possible.
Yeah. Simon Brandley has lost some time. Very soon he will approach the finish area. Here comes Simon Brandley. He was a leader for a long time, but now he lost some time and must battle for staying in the top 3. Brandley losing to Jansson, the Swede, a few seconds, but beating out of top 3 Bogard. Brandley goes into the 3rd place. What a ending, not so good for the Simon Brandley, the current middle distance European champion and world sprint silver medalist. Simon Brandley. He goes into the 3rd place. Ornhagen holds the lead. It means that at least the silver medal is for Ornhagen, but very good chances to be the winner. Still, only one who can threaten his time is Wojtek Ludwig from Czech Republic. He started the last with bib number 1. So also Markus Jansson can feel secure about his medal, but Simon Brandley on the wedge. He was 11 seconds faster than Bogart, Czech, and another Czech, Wojtek Ludwig, could be that one who could push him out of the medals. What an interesting end of the sprint event at the European Championships in Ignalina. Bogart and Kaksonen taking a little bit longer curve there at the checkpoint number 29. But there you can see athletes taking that trail, and Bogart decided to find some way straighter. The 18. but lost some time on this part. But top 6 is quite secure for Christoph Bogart, the current world sprint champion. And Simon Brendley won the silver last year at the World Sprint Championships and can earn a medal at this year's European Championships. Samuel Pokkola is on the course, but losing a little bit less than a minute to the leader. Pokkola comes outside the top 6, maybe in front of Stransky, or the same time as the Czech. Both Stransky, Pokkola split for the 7th. So must start and middle distance world champion from 2021, Pokkola, will be in the split 8th place later, because most likely Wojtek Ludwig will push him and Stransky 1 place. And to be honest, Michel is 5th, and Ludwig Wojtek coming, and it looks like he can beat Morten Ornhagen. Let's wait for him on the finish. Ornhagen was the world junior champion multiple times last year, and now here comes Wojtek Ludwig with absolutely best time. He's smashing Ornhagen's result. What a finish from Wojtek Ludwig, Czech. Kde domov my, Czechka zeme domov my. Will be played today, that's for sure. Czech Republic winning. Wojtek Ludwig, he found some speed and very clever decisions made on the last part. He won the gold last year at the European Championships in the relay. Individually was 5th in the long and middle distance. Won 2 golds and 2 silvers in the World Championships. And also has been middle and relay champion at the European Championships. And now comes the sprint victory for Wojtek Ludwig. 29 years of age this year. He looks happy. He's discussing with the Finn Pokkola. And Czech Ludwig wins. Ornhagen from Denmark 2nd. Jansson from Sweden 3rd. Swiss Brendley at the end, 2 seconds behind the podium into the 4th place. Bogart 5th, Michel 6th, Kaksonen 7th, Pokkola and Stransky 8th. Ambrajas, 2nd best Lithuanian, into the 10th place. Hradil 11th, Betaga 12th, together with Malsrus, Estonian. Haga 14th, Hasek 15th, Fuchs 16th, Lilia 17th, Mukauskas 18th, Nurmi 19th, Porre, France into the 20th place. Fuchs best and Porre 2nd best France with Gwildis in 20th place. Fries 22nd, Yegi Switzerland 23rd, Garcia 24th, Spanish, and De La Valle 25th. And for the women, it was Camille Sørgaard, Denmark won, Techoskas, Czech Republic, 5 seconds behind in a silver medal, and Marika Hara, Finland 3rd, Bilash was 4th, Kristoffersen 5th, and Novakova into the 6th place. So elite group 2 gold medals, 1 for Denmark, 1 for Czech Republic. Finland on a podium for the women, Sweden on a podium for the men, and Denmark also 2 medals in a lead group like for the Czech Republic. So it means 4 countries winning medals for the elite on the first start in Ignalina Axioma Metering European Championships, and it is also the World Cup first round for the lead group. So tomorrow will follow. You can see also the volunteers from Lithuania on the screen, happy girls. They understand that they are on the screen. And tomorrow will be long distance. And this championships and World Cup will finish on Sunday with a relay, mixed relay for the elite group. And also in the relay will compete the youth and junior category athletes. I hope you liked this competition. Interesting battle for the medals, also for the victory. Together with you was me, Ivars Bacis from Latvia. We will meet tomorrow. A little bit later we'll follow award ceremony. And tomorrow, the long distance. And the other athletes who was not on the podium has some chance to change results and earn some medal here in Ignalina. Lithuania's second time hosting European Championships. First time was in 2008. Now, just relax, enjoy. In orienteering, yes, in the town, you should follow the traffic sometimes, a little bit. There's spectators moving, but orienteering sports, it is that no completely closed tracks like in other sports, like in biathlon or cross-country skiing. Well, thank you to the supporters as well. Without them, no chance to organize such a high-level event. And so in orienteering sports, it's foot orienteering, it's ski orienteering, it's also MTB orienteering, trail orienteering, several disciplines. And of course, they are hoping to be included in the Olympic Games program, but there are so many sports. And very soon we will see an interview with the best athletes of today's sprint event.
So I would like to take the interview from today's winner in the women 21 class, Saugard Camila. So first of all, how was your race?
I did a few mistakes, but it was a nice race. I really liked it, and it was super fast, and you had to be really accurate on the orienteering, and I wasn't that all the time, but I keep pushing and hope for the best. So 5 seconds, that's enough.
Which part of the course was most interesting for you?
I think it was in the beginning in the forest, just after the first few controls in the city. Then it was really tricky. Yeah.
Is it sprint your favorite course, or you have, or for example, long distance or middle distance is better for you?
I think the long distance and the mass start is the best, but I have medals on all the distances. So sprint is also good, but it's my first gold medal in sprint.
So congratulations with the gold medal. And I would like to ask another gold medalist, Ludwig Wojtek from Czech Republic. He won a medal in the men class. How was your race?
It was pretty tough and surprisingly physical. I was thinking that in the forest it would be more slow, and it wasn't. The paths were really fast, and it was even possible to cut through the forest. So it was much faster than I thought it would be.
What was the course part favorite for you?
Oh, I think the part on the other side of the lake, and also the transition over the bridge. I liked really the transition over the bridge.
In Czech Republic, you have more mountains. Is it flat for you here, or was it hilly?
It wasn't flat. I mean, for sprint distance, we had quite a lot of climbing, but I think in Czech Republic the hills are longer but less steep. But these are pretty steep.
So congratulations once again with the gold medal, and good luck for next races.
It was Viktor Stashunas interviewing the winners. Ludwig Wojtek from Czech Republic and best lady Kamil Sorgard. So Sorgard winning the sprint event. Of course, orienteering friends knows very good Maja Alm, the very good sprinter, multiple time champion, foot orienteering from Denmark. So the final results for the ladies. Denmark, Czech, Finland on the podium. So from 11th to 20th place, 4.5 minutes behind. Then 25th, 6 minutes losing, and at the top 30, almost 7 minutes behind the winner. So Antonia Hagard, unfortunately disqualified. So the last athletes losing 12 minutes and a half to the best. So we had 37 ladies competing. Men on the start list was more than 60. So Tychowska, Novakova,
So the
Har
competition
quickly go through.
4 o'clock will start the prize game
So the
ceremony.
Bilars lost some time
Thank you.
on the third and fourth control points. Then Kristoffersen lost before the 8th. Tychowska lost some time before the 9th checkpoint.
Again, here in this square. The prizing ceremony for the sprint distance will be 2 o'clock. Now you can enjoy the time.
And Novakova, yes, losing here. Bilars was good.
2 o'clock. See here again.
Bilars lost a little bit. Sorgat moving in front at this part. Tychowska still was in the lead there. And 22, then very close, Sorgat Tychowska. Few seconds, and that a few seconds, yes. Sorgat lost a little bit time, but there she was faster on the bike and took victory just a few seconds in front of Tychowska. And Hara earning bronze for Finland. And now final results for men. Ludwig, Czech Republic, Orhagen, Denmark, and Jansson, Sweden, the medal winners. Brendley was so close, finishing in the 4th. Malsros at the end split with Italian 12th, Bettega. Good start for day, also to Lithuanians in a top 10. Zetman is at then 39th, and the section was last year 34th from Latvia. Martin Schlinder 46th. And Sargent was disqualified, same as Jarve and Kogler. Two last places Germans, Voss and Wilms. Müller, only Slovak, 54th. Valiauga, Arnoldas, 55th. 10 minutes behind winner. That was today the sprint in the city. Look at the leaders, at the route choices. A little bit, but together with you once again, Ivar Zbacis, the commentator, and have a nice Friday evening. And let's switch to the long distance tomorrow morning, the second discipline for the European Championships, Elite and World Cup, and also the third discipline will be for the youth and juniors at the European Championships here in Lithuania, Ignalina. Have a nice Friday evening, and we will meet tomorrow morning.